Hi, everybody. Namaste. Welcome. Welcome to live tarot readings. My name is Sadhana. I'm an intuitive reader and healer. And today is a really special day for me. This is Guru Purnima, or the eve of today is Guru Purnima. Tomorrow is the full moon. So usually Guru Purnima is celebrated the eve of the full moon. And what does this mean? What does this mean? This is a day that as a yogi, we honor Guru. My Guru, there's different layers to Guru. So in living Guru, it would be Swami Satsangi, Swami Satya Sangananda is their full name, and Swami Satyananda. So Swami Satyananda is the leader of the lineage into which I've been initiated. And so today, always Swamiji is being honored, but this is a very special time. And so we offer Havan, a special Guru Purnima Havan, and all kinds of things. So I just feel that there's so much light to this full moon and so much potential. And I want in the readings today for you to really feel your own light and how that light might be reflected. Talking also about, referring to your own inner light, your inner guidance, your inner wisdom, as well as the wisdom and the light that is all around you, to pay a special attention to signs, guides, symbols, and the light, however it is manifesting in your life at this time. The word guru refers to translating gu and ru, remover of darkness. So one who removes darkness. And if darkness is removed, I like the word dispeller, because we don't want to completely remove the darkness, but we want it's one who brings in light, shows you light, gives you life force, power, energy through knowledge and wisdom. Knowledge is the light of life. I'm sure you know that key phrase, right? So this is what this is all about. And then we tie this into what's going on. So what is going on in the skies? The full moon is in Capricorn. And I just want you to think about a mountain goat. Think about a goat. Actually, Amber, my dog, does this all the time too. Sometimes she doesn't want to go and she just parks her feet into the ground, and I pull the leash and she doesn't go, that kind of thing. Like, this is about anchoring yourself firmly in the world, anchoring yourself in your beliefs, knowing who you are. There's something about knowledge here that is very, very important. We've been talking about truth a lot lately, owning your truth, understanding your truth, being in your truth. So this is about really a steadfast, a sureness to your knowledge, your truth, and standing in that. I feel that there's in the shadow side, there might be some sort of righteousness behind this, a material, earthly quality that could lead you down a dark path. But if you focus on the light, you will be in this for the right reasons. And so always looking to the highest frequency of your cause, the highest frequency of your issue, right? So highest frequency refers to, so the higher the frequency, the brighter the light. So let's keep all that in mind as well too. Yes, and so I would also suggest not wearing any black over the next few days. So ditch the black and bring in light, bring in color, radiate light yourself. The frequency of black is very hard to wear. It is one that is only worn by enlightened beings in the practice of yoga. So just keep that in mind. Radiate light, be the light. Cancer season. So can we also tie that? There's so many bits and pieces to tie together here. So I will do a reading for the collective and get to your questions in a little bit. Oh, Miss Amber, stop it. Lie down. Capricorn, sorry, not Capricorn, Cancer. So both Cancer and Capricorn are cardinal signs. And the new moon was also cardinal, right? Cancer new moon. We were talking about what cardinal energy represents. And both of these signs being cardinal signs, I'm feeling that there is you standing firm in your beliefs is the way through. I can see you holding a torch, holding whatever it is you're holding. You have this. And so this is not a skip through the park. There's a heaviness to your step. There's a sense of responsibility here as well too. You are emotionally invested in this as well, and have been for some time. But now is the optimal. This is an optimal time to go forth with this. Okay. I guess we'll just let the readings speak for themselves, but just keep all of this in your mind, in the background. Okay. I want to say hi to everybody who's here. Pallavi was here ages ago. Happy Guru Purnima to you as well too. Clevis, namaste. Donna, welcome. Saskia, hello. Yes, it is evening in Greece. I don't know if you can see the full moon where you are. Donna's in Kentucky. Hot. Hello to Dee. Dee is in the UK. Kristen is on the East Coast of the US. Welcome, Kristen. Michelle Lynn, I'm not sure where you are. I think it says later on you're in Seattle for a business trip. So there you go. Lovely to have you here. Shannon is in Alberta, but not for long. She's moving to British Columbia. Mira. Okay, so Mira is in Europe. I should know where you are. We just had a session together. So I'm going to say the Netherlands, but that might not be right. Can you correct me? Julia is in the UK, I believe. And I'm going through this because somebody was asking where everybody is. Aliza, hello, welcome to you. I don't know where you are. Aisha, hello, welcome. Let us know where you are. Clevis is Canada, Eastern Canada. Netherlands. Okay, I got that right. Yay. Okay. I don't always remember these things. Michelle is normally in St. Louis, Missouri. Okay, or St. Louis, Missouri. I don't know how you pronounce that. And Saskia, yeah, the moon is beautiful. So it's evening in Greece, and imagine a moonlit night in Greece. Okay. Today I'm using the Margaret Peterson Tarot. I just feel like this is a great, this deck offers so much light. And this is a reading for the collective. I have a couple of oracles on my table. So let's just all take a big breath in and out. And I invite you to go into your heart space to acknowledge the light within, the eternal flame that is always shining brightly within. And if there are any external gurus, teachers, wise ones that you would like to acknowledge at this time, bring gratitude for their influence, the way they have touched your life. At this time where we recognize both the internal and external light. Oh, I've got a back. Okay, I've got a back body message coming up here. It's like I'm getting hit from behind. Whew. Okay. Allow the cards, allow my voice to be a conduit for your messages. What is the message for today that will help us to find a steadfastness in our power, even if there is a sense of discomfort with that? What can make us feel, what can make us feel like we've got this? What do we need to know about this going forth collectively? Also reflected, of course, as the individual. Okay. That's a great first card. I feel a real, true sense of illumination here. Look at the gold that is all around in the frame. This is a really beautiful card. Fours represent foundations. They represent structure. They are a place from which to grow and expand. So this tells me that there's a lot of light within, and we are moving forth brilliantly. In this particular card, there's so much hope and beauty. The fire is it's contained. There is the blue sky in the background. There's a lot of inspiration in this card. A lot of inspiration. Okay, let's see what else we've got. 5 of Flames, Son of Cups. Okay. Did you read what I wrote in the description box below? There is a quality to what I was saying that may disturb or upset those around you. And whether this feels like you are breaking a family tradition, you are rocking the boat, there's something about this passion of yours that we are building that is a little bit disturbing to those around you. And it is really important that you stand strong in your beliefs, you stand strong in your passion. Remember, I was saying there's an emotional basis, there's an emotional connection. The Son of Cups is your knight that is on the Grail quest. There is a deep emotional, spiritual reason that you are choosing this path. And this tells me that you both have this in hand, and that it's more than okay for you to stir the pot. we have the cooling influence of the water, which is really important. We also have a feminine, divine feminine support, divine feminine flow, receptivity that will temper your passion should it get a little too fired up. Andrew says, ironic how once we grown up from birth, we get shocked by breaking the family mold. I think that's part of our path. And a lot of the people in the chat today are movers and shakers. And this is such a beautiful time to do that. So let's talk about the energy of the full moon and how the full moon can help with this commitment and to releasing that. So in the energy of the full moon, there is an honoring. So there's an honoring of the light. There's an honoring of your passion. And then you give it up. You give it up. You move into this beautiful place of trust and flow. So you take whatever is arising for you at this time. You offer it to the full moon. You offer it to Guru. You offer it to your soul. And then for the next 2 weeks, you observe and you trust. Because the next 2 weeks is not about action. It's about integration, and it's about being in the flow. Okay, I'm going to pull an oracle card from the Shaman's Oracle, just to tie this all together, or perhaps to expand. A few more people coming into the chat. Hannah's here. Namaste, Dancing Soul Sister. And Millie. Welcome to Millie. Oh, okay. This is very interesting. So pulling random cards from this deck. If you don't know this deck, it's a very this is a very special deck. So this is the card. This is one of the significator cards, and I decided not to pull anything out and just use the whole deck. There's an angelic, there's a guide. There's a guide here that is with you, that is with us. There is an energy of being guided and allowing this to unfold, because it is definitely on its way and it's unfolding. And so it's all right. It's all right if you're shaking things up a little bit. There you have support. You have support on the other side. You have support from your team, whoever is in your team. And they're with you. They're with you. So beautiful. All right, so let's see how this theme carries through as we do the individual readings. Okay. And I'm going to try to weave in today's theme as as always. So Eliza is first. Okay. All right, so let's hold space for Eliza. Eliza, in your heart of hearts, in your energetic heart center, close your eyes Focus on the breath in your chest and just feel. Take a few deep breaths. Is it in your highest? Is it in Asher's highest that you reunite? Are your paths running in different directions at this time? Or is there a reason for the two of you to come together? Place one hand on your navel center, one hand on your heart, and just breathe into this question. Is it in my highest to reconnect with Asher again? Breathe in, breathe out. Is it in Asher's highest to reconnect with me again? And just trust what you feel. My shoulders, there's a great weight on my shoulders at this time. There's perhaps a weightiness to this relationship and a reason why you're not together. Perhaps there was something that was a little overwhelming in the relationship. Are your paths now divergent? Or is there a reason for the two of you to connect again? Okay. Daughter of Flames. To me, this feels as if you are on your own path. You are on a new path. You are moving in a new direction. Something that feels a little more authentically you. But let's see what else arises here. We have the Leo card. It's the Strength card, which again, isn't this interesting? All this light. So strength. Strength speaks to an internal resilience. An internal resilience, an internal strength. So listen to the language of the question. You know, it's important to understand what is in your highest. What is in your highest is fueled by your creativity. It's fueled by your passion. There is perhaps a level of fire in you that Asher cannot sustain. And then we have another daughter. Okay, so we have the daughter of fire and the daughter of water. So there's this, the daughters are a place of gentle, I want to say it's a very gentle mindset. It's a mindset that is open to new things. This is both of these cards are very much in the flow of life, both emotionally. Both emotionally and passionately, you are ready to move in a new direction. This is about you standing strong, you standing truthfully for who and what you are. So if I were working with you individually, I think your response is something to really sit with. You're upset. You're upset that the answer is no. So this is something that will take some time to get clarity around, but I want to invite you to trust that this new direction, being open to a different perspective, is exactly what is in your highest at this time. Spirit of nurture. I want to say take good care of yourself emotionally and spiritually. One of the themes that's been coming up over the last 10 days is one of sacred space, to find time for you on your own, space in nature, space, that the nurturing that comes from something something greater, something greater. Okay. Okay. Welcome to Puja. You see, Eliza, it's not just about yes or no, right? There's always something bigger that's going on. And something is beginning for you. Something is awakening for you. And that it is a time for you to embrace that. Right? So being with Usher, that will not unfold. Okay. You're welcome. So we're going to go to Millie next. I'm not sure I said hello, so welcome to Millie. I want to go back. Aisha is in McLean, Virginia, Fairfax County. Okay, I didn't realize you were in the US. Oh, there's a connection here. I love when these connections happen in the chat. Sorry, I'm just scrolling down looking for Millie. There we go. May I ask, how can I illuminate as I am working towards becoming a light worker? All right, language. So the verb working. There is a conflict, right? There's a dichotomy between the word illuminate and work. Illumination, while there are practices that can help with illumination, shouldn't feel like work. And then when should is another word that we want to get out of there as well too. I find a word. For me, allow is the best word. Surrender, some people like that word. Soften is another great word. So soften into the practices, soften into your studies, soften into your practices. Allow whatever arises each day to arise. This is not about doing it, right? This is not about doing the business of becoming a light worker. Then, Millie, ask the coursework to lighten. Ask the coursework to reveal its lightness. And I know, I just realized that the table is shaking. I have a really poor setup here where I do readings, and I'm in this location in my house because I'm facing a window and I'm hardwired into where the modem is in the house. So it's I really need to get a solid table, and I'm very sorry. I know that is annoying when the table jiggles. Let's hold Millie. Let's all hold love and light around Millie feeling her burden of the coursework. But let's all send her light and love so that she can begin to feel the illumination of this path. Wow. Okay. This, Millie, is a great breakthrough card. You know what this card is? This card for me is stay one moment longer. This is the energy when you are sitting in a meditation and your hip cannot sit in this position one moment longer, or you are just too hot, or you're dying to get up and grab a blanket because you're freezing. You know, this is like, or you're in a yoga class and the yoga instructor says, stay for 6 more breaths. And you just want to bolt out of this experience. This to me is very much a spiritual breakthrough card. And this is what Spirit is asking you to do, to stay one moment longer. And this is the place, this is why that when I'm teaching a class and I decide we're gonna stay in each pose, for 4 minutes, 6 minutes, it's because that's when the breakthrough happens. This is a breakthrough of spiritual wisdom. Okay, so let's see what else we've got here. We have a card of connection. We have a card of infinite connection. We have a card of stepping out into the world. We also have a card that represents how you step and how you walk. And this card is interesting that we have a card of 2 very different cards. So this is like spiritual breakthrough, but this is also this. So let me talk to this card. Imagine yourself walking barefoot on the earth and feeling, intentionally closing your eyes and feeling that connection as your feet touch the earth, acknowledging your place in this earth, your connection to the planet, your infinite, your reason for being here. So perhaps one way to find this breakthrough is with a barefoot walk. Let's take this quite literally, a barefoot walk on the beach, a barefoot walk in a mossy garden, a barefoot walk on a rocky beach, or something that's quite difficult to walk on. This is about building your physical, your connection with what is tangible to what is intangible. Spirit is both manifest and unmanifest. The goddess is in all of the rocks. The goddess is in the moss. The goddess is in the carpet. So scrunch your toes up in whatever is underneath you right now as you inhale. And then as you exhale, relax and soften your feet into the floor. And understand that this spiritual breakthrough is very, very close. Allowing the flow of energy is really important. This is an amazing card for someone who is, I want to say, early in this journey. But I think this is an acknowledgement of all of the work that you have done to date, all of the work that you have, or the commitment that you have shown, This is a mirror reflection of who you are and what you stand for and what your potential is. Look at how the energy is moving in this card. This is a card that connects us to the 4 fixed symbols as well too. This is generally seen as an earth card. It is it's connected to Saturn. It's connected to the 4 the 4 fixed symbols. So what I was saying earlier today about this standing steadfast in your path. So when things get uncomfortable, don't stop. Allow the energy to flow. This is a really important process of this. And these words are so beautiful, spiritual stamina. All right. I am going to switch decks and I'm going to pull a card from Earth Power, which is another deck that connects beautifully with Margaret Peterson. All the decks I'm using today are linked in the description box below. And the Margaret Peterson I have trimmed, and this one I have trimmed as well too. This is I'm trying to think of her name. She writes great. Alana Fairchild. She writes great guidebooks. Peace begins with me. I choose to be peaceful. I am peaceful. Lake Wanaka. I don't know this geographic center, so I'm actually going to go and get you one more bit of information. There's 2 lakes in this book. So this is in New Zealand. The South Island of New Zealand. Wanaka town itself has become quite a hip place, particularly in the ski season. And whilst it would be difficult to miss the lake's sapphire blue color, particularly viewed from Mount Wanaka, it is amazing how many adrenaline-filled skiers actually do not set foot near its shore. I think this is because of the place's inherent calmness. A former generation of Maori believed that a curious animal, something like a beaver, lived at Lake Wanaka and Lake Hawea, and the Maoris called it Kaurahe. Mo Wahu Island, pardon my pronunciation, is in the middle of Lake Wanaka, reachable by kayak or boat, and offers another level of peace. It sounds a bit like Avalon. Here, anyone can enjoy a gentle climb up to the beautiful Arathusa Pool, the small alpine lake within the lake, a remnant of the last ice age. Oh, there's a lot of juiciness here. This is also a sacred gathering place for Punamu, which is a Maori collective term for green semi-precious stones, scientifically referred to as nephrite, semi-nephrite, or less formally termed New Zealand jade or greenstone. All right, this feels very heart chakra centered. And one of the meditations of finding peace. So when we are aspiring to become a light worker, it is important to do meditations on the heart space. And if you close your eyes, find some place of relaxation and go into the space of the heart and visualize a still blue lake. And then from in the center of the still blue lake is an island. Go onto the island and see what you experience on the island in the center of the still blue lake within your energetic heart center. This is a very, very powerful meditation to do. And it can really, really help to bring some peace and calmness with your aspiration to deepen your experience with this work, okay? It's beautiful. Okay, can we just sit and look at the cards? Look at the flow of energy and just lean into the movement of energy. Energy wants to move, energy wants to flow. And sometimes that is uncomfortable. Sometimes it's very uncomfortable. So, what I was saying about the yoga posture, we stay in the uncomfortable. A muscle, a leg is shaking. The tears are beginning to rise behind your eyes. Your mind is swearing at the yoga instructor. And then something happens. You are transported. Something becomes abundantly clear. So, in order for energy to flow, we need to stay in the discomfort to experience the breakthrough. And this is your spiritual breakthrough card. Okay. Andrew, well-tempered Claire, it is your turn. All right, Andrew, lie down. Stop what you're doing. Just lie down on the floor. Take a few deep breaths if you're at work. Get on the massage table. Give the body a little wiggle. Find your breath. And let's all stand around Andrew, holding hands as he lies down. Lie down and let go. Just breathe, Andrew. Just breathe. Just breathe. Just going to take my time. I'm just going to go through the comments here and then I'll find Andrew's question. And you can all do that too. You can all just close your eyes. Tina's here. Namaste, Tina. Welcome. As you exhale, soften into the floor. Soften into the floor. Allow the weight of the body to create an indentation below you and just let go. Just let go. I'm waiting, Andrew. Exhale. Exhale more. All right. Any advice on Andrew's upcoming home and job relocation transition? You can look at the cards later. Ooh. This is such an interesting. How about that you will meet the love of your life when you get there? This is, I want to say, it's bringing something into balance and harmony. Sixes mean beauty. Sixes refer to connection and peace. And in this deck, you can see what's in the center of the deck. There's a definite union. It's a union. This is the hexagram. This is the union. So this is the fruition of your dreams. This is this is not something to dread or avoid. This is something that feels quite exciting and inspirational. And if I see you typing in the chat, I'll know you're not, y'all know you're not lying down. So lie down. Lie down, Andrew. This is moving towards a place of passionate connection where everything will fall into place. Again, we see a card that has a circle. This is the 9 of coins. It's like everything is coming together. All of that energy is solidifying into the stone. And we have a figure sitting. That theme of sacred space has been just so very important the last little bit. So I want to suggest to all of you to take any and all of these messages into sacred space and allow yourself time in sacred space to honor the earth, to honor your being, to honor your, just to honor life, to honor life. Andrew, this is a lot of threes. So we have a 9, we have a 6, and then we have the crone. More threes. So this whole reading is threes, 9 and 9 with a 6 in the middle. So I want to say that the relocation is a divine intervention that is taking you on a path to maybe where you wouldn't have gone otherwise. So follow this. Now the crone. So the crone is a mature energy. And also, I really feel the Guru Purnima of this card, right? So I often look at the 9th Arcanum as the Guru, as the guide. So allow yourself to be guided. And there may very well be some great sensei at this location who awakens something in you that just brings this all together so beautifully, okay? And from the, let's get them all in there. Missing a few of them. From the Shaman's Oracle. These are very auspicious cards for a relocation. It's just really astounding. I feel so this is a shaman card, so it's a great card to have here. This is the Shaman of Sorrows. Perhaps this is one of letting go of that which you are leaving behind. This just feels very 3 of Hearts kind of thing, like another 3 energy. So I've pulled 2 cards for you. And we have the heart chakra meditation, which I was suggesting, and then Shaman of Sorrows. I know you have this book, but I just want for everybody in the everybody who's here, I would like to read just a couple of lines from the words of John Matthews. For those of you that don't know John Matthews, his decks are just really something. He's involved in the Wildwood series and the recreation of the Greenwood Tarot, which will be coming out at some point in the not too distant future. All right, so this really connects into the lake card that just, the lake Wanaka card. I am the shaman of sorrows. I speak to you from a place of peace, hope, and transformation. I journey into the heart of pain and find ways to restore you to a state of balance in which sorrows no longer hold sway in your life. I walk before you upon any path you choose to take, protecting you from the burdens of unhappiness. I show you how life turns again and again from one state to another, so that even sorrows know its contrary face, which is joy. All right, Mr. Andrew, this is your message for the 12th day of July, 2022. Okay, I believe Aisha has a question or a request. Pooja Gupta is next. Okay. Let's go to Pooja. That's nice, Hannah. Lovely thing to say. Okay. All right, this feels, so when I think of Saturn, I think of the energy of the knees. It's connected to the knees. And I feel sometimes like Saturn quite literally takes me to my knees. And so the Saturn retrograde could be having a revisit of what has previously taken you to your knees. And when I think of Capricorn energy and I think of that goat steadfast on the mountain, not moving, I'm wondering if there has been some resistance to your transformation. I knew he wasn't lying down too. Yes, I know Andrew. He was probably, anyway. Let's focus on Pooja, okay? Let's hold space for Pooja. So yeah, I want to invite you as well to go into your heart and ask yourself, what have you been resisting as far as transformation goes? Donna, the chakras at the knees speak to our path in life. I remember, oh gosh, do you remember? This was, how many years ago was this? I was walking Amber on the beach, and for no known reason, one of my knees gave out, and I quite literally crawled back up to my car, and anyway, I had to get help to retrieve Amber. Just a sec. I'm not going to cut the cards yet. I want to go to what you said, Donna. The chakras at the knees speak of our path in life. And don't you feel too, everyone, that, sometimes we question that. This takes me to the whole Bhagavad Gita thing and the Arjuna story. Sometimes we question our purpose, and we just don't want to do it for one reason or another. So this is what I'm feeling with Pooja, is there's a resistance to her dharmic path. And this is a time to reassess what that resistance is. Okay. Wow, this is a very strong card, Pooja. I almost feel like I want to read you the poem for this to inspire you. Can I say you are stronger than you know? You have so much more work to do. The potential is infinite. And you may have, I don't want to use that. Okay, I'm just going to say it because this is what came through. You may have to bust some balls on the way through. That was the message that came through. There's a fearlessness to this energy. And I'm going to read you Margaret Peterson's poem for the Emperor. Each of the major arcana only have a poem, a short poem. Because there might be a word in here that really speaks to you. Okay. A lot of synchronicities here. Thank you for that, Andrew. It all begins at home. The armor is being pierced, rigidity loosened, run across the red, the birth of an authentic I, free from the compulsion to eat your own flesh, a power in us that is incorruptible, organizing yourself from seeming chaos. Allow everything to order itself around the hub in the center of power. And if this is not a perfect reading to bring everything together, I don't know what. Like this is just so perfect. So what Saturn retrograde in Capricorn wants you to focus on is the power that I suspect you have been denying. Okay. And pay attention to your knees. I'm very intrigued with the mask in this Five of Coins. Perception. Saturn retrograde wants you to focus on your perception, the lens through which you look. Feels like there's a lot of chaos around this mask. Masks are empowering. They are worn in the shamanic tradition so that one can connect with one's spirit animal, spirit guide. And by wearing the mask, they are able to embrace a side of themselves that they couldn't if they weren't wearing the mask. So the mask is a twofold, right? It's a twofold teacher. It's something to hide behind, but it also has this ability to give us a sense of strength and power. And then look at Dee's question. This is an important question. So are you hiding behind the mask? So that you don't have to deal with the chaos? Because the truth is, You have the skills and you have the power. Okay. Mars. Okay. What say you, astrologers? We have both Mars cards showing up here. What? The devil is Saturn. The devil is Saturn. What? Just a minute. Just a second. I need to look at something. Would you just bear with me just while I open up one of my reference sheets? Can you please close that door? All right, let's go to the devil. Oh, yes. You know what yes, of course, the tower. The tower is Mars. And the devil. I just need to look up something about the devil. 1 second. Thank you, Andrew, by the way, for setting me straight. Okay. All right, so let's go back to this. That's right. The devil is Capricorn. Yes, yes, yes. So we have earth and earth, fire. We have fire between stagnancy, fire between fixedness. We have a cardinal sign between something that is fixed. So 5 of coins is also connected to 5 of coins is connected to 2, 3, 4 is connected to cardinal. So these two cards are connected astrologically as well too. So both of these are connected to Capricorn. So the mask is asked. Oh, this is so perfect. Okay. I don't know why I didn't pick up on that right away. Can you go back to Dee's question, please? I want to highlight Dee's question because I think this is going to help. Let's just spend a little bit of time with this here. So let's start here and then we'll go through and work with this energy. So what scares you, Pooja, that devours your power? This card, of course, is going to also devour your power. And this will come up in ways of emotional bypassing, from emotional bypassing to finding ways to comfort your discomfort. So both of these cards speak to avoidance of dealing with your truth. And the dealing with your truth is one of the main themes here. Okay, now let's go down here. Mars is getting ready to conjunct Uranus in Taurus. Okay. I'm just going to go through your comments here, and then I'm going to pull another card and weave this together. This mask is kind of helping to descend into Five Pentacles issues to reveal their lies we tell us. Just an idea when I saw the card, right? So there's lies and secrets and half truths in both of these cards. So that so when I think of retrograde, it's the reassessment of these issues that is so very important. Why am I avoiding? How am I avoiding and not choosing the empowerment? What scares me is that I'm not going to make my transformation possible. Ultimately, because there is a layer, sorry, I read Amanda's comment below and then I got distracted. Um, right? You are your own worst enemy. And so this is a matter of you standing up. This takes us back to where I started today. You must stand up for what you believe in and know that it's okay to rock the boat. It's okay to shake things up. This is really important at this time, and not succumb to the the mundane group mentality. You are a strong, independent individual who can go in a different direction, and you are allowing the external to influence you in a way that is becoming debilitating. Hugs to you, Amanda. Big hugs. These are all great, great feedback here. So with the devil, we choose to hold back. We distract ourselves with other things. And there's this, it's like we busy ourselves with life instead of dealing, we're spiritually bypassing, really. Okay. Where are we going here? And then Donna suggests spiritual poverty. Okay. So this is I wish I could talk to you in person, because there's other things that I would say here. I'm going to pull an oracle card. And I'm going to read you the poem for the oracle card. This is a really difficult time, Pooja, and I don't want to I want to honor this difficult time and give you strength to move through it. This is a super cool card. This is the shaman of tradition. So in that mood of guru, so here we have a guru showing up for you, a guru that is going to encourage you to commit to your practices, to find a discipline, to help you move through this. I want to say that with a practice, with discipline, you will feel a lot stronger. I am the shaman of tradition. I burrow into the deepest memories of the land to uncover truths and bring it to the surface. flame lit by the consciousness of all who love life. No matter what you are seeking, I can find a tradition that matches your dreams and aspirations. I stand before you holding aloft the energies of the inner worlds and bring these forces to bear upon everything you set out to accomplish. So if you weren't asking for you weren't asking for homework, but I think the homework has shown up. And that is to go back to some basic practices where you started or practices that you used to enjoy. And it is by embracing a practice that you will be able to move through and beyond. Yes, yes, your inner self can be your guru. And only, I can't emphasize enough the the power of what's the Sanskrit word for tapas. Tapas. I think tapas is a theme that has shown up today. I mean, I was joking about staying in the yoga pose until you cry while you're swearing at the yoga instructor behind your breath. But it's tapas. Tapas means heat, fire, discipline. And I'm like that. There's a discipline that is created by Saturn. Like, I know Saturn creates restriction, but there's something. Okay, so let's think about that. So there is a positive quality to restriction. It does create a discipline. And so I feel like there's like a tradition, a practice, a discipline that will help you through all of this. Okay. Well, ooh, love your language there, Misty. The grit beyond motivation. Okay. I just need to see what Aisha was asking. I'm just going to go back. Scrolling on back. There's a lot of Aisha here. Let's go to here. I realized this month why I fulfilled and nurtured only when I organized. This is interesting. Okay, here's your question. I would like to know what direction would Spirit want me to take my relationship with Dee? Okay. That's a very interesting question, language-wise, language speaking. This will be the final question for today, Donna. The directions. So Aisha, each of the directions, there's an element that is connected to each of the directions. There's a season that is connected to each of the directions. There are archetypes that are connected to each of the directions. I don't know. I think there's a metaphor in this question. I'm going to lay out 4 cards for the 4 directions. The south is the direction of letting go. It's the shedding of the skin. The direction of the east is the direction of the spiritual warrior. It's also about facing death and learning about walking across the rainbow bridge to death. The direction of the north, and these are teachings that I have learned, I know there's other associations, is connected to ancestors. It's about listening to the whispers in the wind. And the connection of the west is the guru, is the great condors and eagles, about seeing on high. So this reading might take a little while, but I'm going to try to do this as succinctly as possible. Okay. The direction of the south is about the waters. This is, I want to say perhaps, and I know you're talking about your relationship, so I'm going to weave this together. This is about release and deep transformation. So in the direction of the south, we have the Father of Cups. See if I can back off here a little bit. In the west, we have the High Priestess. The High Priestess is the energy of the spiritual warrior, standing tall in your truth. The ancestors, so the direction of the north is the 5 of Cups, and the guru is the 7 of Feathers. This is such an interesting card. I see the talons of the beak of the eagle, the talons of the eagle, and this is the direction of the eagle. This is such an auspicious card to come up, in this direction. The transformation. This is like you're flying away or you're finally seeing things from a new perspective that allow this transformation to happen. The ancestors. There's so much beauty in this card, and if you look very closely, you'll see the little drops of water that are falling into the ocean. And I don't know if these are tears or what these drops represent for you, but this is one of those cards, and this is also showing from quite a distance. Like, this is a big picture, even though this is about the big picture and this is close up. It's like these are kind of reverse images of each other. This is quite far back. We can't see the effects of the ripple, but this is one of those cards that's reminding us what each tear represents, what each little drop in the pond represents. Together, this feels like a spiritual transformation. And hasn't that kind of been the theme for today? So you're asking, to a higher level. Allow whatever is going to allow your spiritual development. We have water, water, water. 7 of feathers. There's a lot of transformation in this card. And while while tarot speaking, cups is associated with the heart, air is also, it is the frequency of the heart. This is a heart-centered transformation. There are no cards of couple here. This is card of individual transformation. Your soul journey, acknowledging your soul journey. One of you suggested I read the poem for the Father of Cups. I can do that. I didn't know that there was a poem. It's not a poem, but there's some lovely language here. Father of Cups, I adjust to every movement of water without losing myself. Submerged in a state of alertness, I enter the space, born out of the emptying stream of my internal dialogue. I was able to tame my never-ending thirst. I ride my horse without using my reins. I understand the many songs and languages of water through my silence. Good night, Hannah. So I would say, Aisha, this is a, unless D is on a spiritual journey with you, I would say this is a solo journey. My card for the month is 7 of Swords. I also got the High Priestess card every time I asked for an answer. Well, some powerful readings today. Thank you all very much for joining me, and I will see some of you tomorrow as we carry on with our Margaret Peterson deep dive. This is the deck that we're using for the current deep dive series, and I'll be live in the Facebook group tomorrow night. I guess I should draw the card. I haven't done that yet. I'm a little bit behind. I will. I'll do that. I'm also going to do some Lenormand review tomorrow as well too. So I'll see you very soon. Take good care. Okay. Namaste and blessings for the full moon, Guru Purnima. Bye-bye. Thank you, Donna.